Ka nui te mihi kia koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Stuart Nash and I'm the Minister for Economic and Regional Development, Small Business, Tourism and Forestry for the New Zealand Government. New Zealand is a nation of small and micro businesses. There are approximately 530,000 small businesses in New Zealand, representing 97% of all firms. They account for about 25% of our employment and contribute over a quarter of our GDP. We have a high percentage of small and micro businesses in other countries. Most countries define small businesses as having fewer than 50 employees. By contrast, in New Zealand, small businesses have fewer than 20 employees. So our small businesses really are small. Yet research demonstrates that the small business sector is the engine room of adaptability, change and economic development in this country. Small businesses are the home of innovation and, in the current economic climate, many are quickly adapting to the ways they operate, trade and engage with their customers and other businesses. I am very pleased to be part of this significant event in celebrating MSMEs across the United Nations and the launch of the recommendation on SME and entrepreneurship policy. From a public health perspective, we are unfortunately still in the middle of a global pandemic, and it continues to have an impact in many ways. At the same time, the war in Ukraine is compounding the global shocks we are seeing reverberate through our economies. This has created a very uncertain time for the world, and in particular for our small businesses. I've been reflecting upon this as the New Zealand Minister of Small Business. New Zealand agrees and is following the OECD recommendations on SMEs and entrepreneurship policy. To this effect, New Zealand is implementing a whole-of-government approach to small business policy. We recognise that this approach needs to be cross-cutting and coherent. It must include mental health and wellbeing measures, as well as economic and financial support mechanisms. It must also be informed by a comprehensive understanding of what small business owners and operators and managers are going through. We know that they need access to resources and people with the right capabilities and skills across a wide range of expertise. Compliance costs need to be as low as possible so they can concentrate on doing the business. My government's policy approach is informed by the New Zealand Small Business Strategy. Now, this strategy was developed by a range of respected business people and sets out the key areas and initiatives that small business owners and operators have advised would make a difference. I see this strategy as influencing other areas of government policy such as education and training, regulation and access to capital, and of course mental health and well-being. As the chair of the OECD Digital for SME Committee and a champion of the SME digitisation agenda, I see a world of opportunities that digitisation creates for businesses. In response to COVID-19, New Zealand developed the Digital Boost program, a free online learning platform for New Zealand businesses funded by the government to help grow business potential. Our latest addition to the Digital Boost platform is the Checkable tool, a free service using diagnostic algorithms to identify where businesses should focus their efforts to improve their digital performance. We have also added a digital facilitation scheme. This scheme provides funding to business groups so they can help companies get the most out of Digital Boost. The government and private sector are working together to help small businesses through the establishment of the Digital Boost Alliance. Alliance members are committed to providing free, discounted or subsidised digital tools or services. Members include companies like Microsoft, all of our major banks, Facebook and our two largest small business accounting platforms, and many other companies. Additional investment from our private partnerships helps us bridge the digital divide, build digital skills and create new ways of working. It is clear to me that accelerating digital adoption provides a platform for a sustainable and resilient economy for the small business sector. New Zealand's population is becoming more culturally diverse, and this is reflected in the small business sector as well. From 2013 to 2038, Māori are expected to increase from 16 to 18% of the population. Pacifica peoples are projected to increase from 8 to 10% of the population, and Asian peoples are the fastest growing groups in our population as well. They are projected to grow from 12% in 2013 to 22% by 2038. This means that the compliance processes and small business initiatives need to be accessible to and inclusive of people of all cultures and languages. More effort is required by agencies to reach business owners whose first language is not English. Diversity and inclusion will be an ongoing focus for us. The government is leading the way in embracing diversity in the small business sector. One area where we have already made a start is on the Digital Boost platform, which has a dedicated site in Te Reo Māori. This site includes digital stories from Māori-owned businesses, as well as captions on every video in English. We also have simplified captions in Chinese, Hindi, Samoan and Tongan. The government is continuing to develop and refine ways of engaging with all communities to ensure our services meet the needs of our diverse population. Kia ora, ki kaha, and good luck going forward.